In Chinese, they say that 我的一生没有白活哦。Yeah, and I felt that despite all this, my condition, my health condition, I live a fruitful life. I have done whatever I want to do and achieve whatever I want to achieve. And most importantly, I get to know Jesus. I grew up in a family of 4 and I'm the eldest. And when I was at a very young age, I already have diabetes, which is insulin dependent. And this has changed my life. I started planning, thinking ahead what I want to do in life. I don't want to be a burden to anybody because of my health condition. And I became a very disciplined person because it takes a lot of discipline in terms of controlling my diet, taking my insulin, doing my blood. The time is doing urine tests. They don't have blood tests like so advanced nowadays. So I'm quite a disciplined and determined person, and this has really shaped my grown-up days. So and I told myself that I have to study hard. I have to go to university so that I can do not need to depend on others, because I don't want myself to be a burden to my parents. And also importantly, I want to live like a normal person. What a normal person can do, I can also do. In my plan, I never thought that I want to get married, because I find that maybe no man who want to marry someone with a burden with diabetes, illness, or that. But I really thank God that I met Colin, and when he first came to know that I'm a diabetic, his first reaction is telling me don't know which footballer also has diabetes and don't know score how many goals. So I was quite taken aback, because I thought that when I tell him, he will back off. Yeah, so we got married and with 3 lovely kids. When I first get to know Jesus, I was 12 years old. But for the 20 years, I never have any thought of wanting to know Him. At the age of 30, there's another turning point in my life. At 30 years old, I came to know Jesus, and that started my journey as a Christian. At that time, my father has cancer. I was feeling very down and very depressed, and I do not know who to turn to. And my good friend and her husband, we are also uni friends, came back. That time, I think the husband was posted overseas, came back from Vietnam. I was surprised that she came from the same background as me. That means the family worship, the Buddhist, Taoist. And she came back and she told me she became a Christian. So I spoke with her, all that, find that, how she became a Christian. So she started bringing me to church. And I just felt that, yeah, this is the God that I want to follow. You know, I just feel the peace in me. And so I started going to church. And over the years, being a Christian has also changed my life. See? I learned not to carry all the burden by myself. I learned to lift up my burden to God. And also, I serve in missions. I teach Sunday school. While serving all this, I deepen my faith in God, because there are a lot of times I really need God to be with me. So over the years, and I would say that my relationship with God has deepened. I decided at age 54 that I'm going to retire. That was in August when I turned 54 in last year, 2023. And I already planned In March, I'm going to Amsterdam to meet my second daughter who is doing internship over there to have a holiday. And I book all my air tickets, everything. And I also have planned to go to China to tour with my cousin from US, about 1 month's tour. But I have to come back early because to attend my friend's daughter's, my good friend's daughter's wedding. So everything is being planned out and I was looking forward. But unfortunately, just in January, I started to have my stomach pain, my back pain. So I went to the doctor and did the MRI on my spine, all that. They say that, oh, it's due to wear and tear. So it's normal. So, okay, with that, I was quite relieved because it's not something serious. So I continue there with the pain. But my stomach the pain is like getting worse. So I decided I called up the hospital to bring forward the appointment, but they couldn't because it's a long queue. But the pain was getting worse. So I went to polyclinic and they did an ultrasound scan and found something in my liver and then referred me to SGH. And then found out that at SGH, through the MRI, all that, they found out that there's nothing wrong with my liver, but they found that something is wrong with my pancreas. And it's from then, with many, many rounds of tests, it took about 2-3 months to find out actually I have stage 3 pancreatic cancer. It's a shock to everybody, but somehow at the clinic, when the doctor released the news, I somehow just have the peace. I just felt that, okay, now I have pancreatic cancer, so what's next? But my daughter was with me. She was tearing, she was very sad, and I still can console her. I said, it's okay. You know, we just take one step at a time. You know, in the Bible, it says, right, in Philippians, it says that peace that surpasses all understanding. Okay, I will use this when I try to console people. But it's very different when I myself experience this peace. It's just very strange. I try to worry. I say, wow, it's not like breast cancer that the survival rate is very high. You know, it's pancreatic cancer and it's a stage 3 pancreatic cancer. So I tell myself, yeah, I should be very worried or feel very sad or devastated or what. But I just find that I just have the peace that I myself also couldn't understand why I have such peace in me. When the news broke to my own siblings, you know, my mom, they were all very sad. But I shared with them, I say, what will be the worst from out of this? Okay, the worst of course is death, right? But I know where I'm going. You know, I know that I will be going to heaven to be with Jesus and have eternal life. So there's nothing need to be scary about. At the end of the day, we all have to go back to our heavenly home. It's just earlier or late. Of course, I will feel sad because my children are still young. So I hold this verse very dear to me in Jeremiah 29 verse 11. God says that I have a plan for you. My plan is good. It will not harm you. It gives you a future and a hope. This plan, God's plan, does not mean that we have a bed of roses in our life. But it means that whatever we are going through, He will be there for me. Through this, I realized that I have many, many good friends. Friends who love me, who will go all the way out for me. And also I have my cousins, whether they are here or overseas. Their love for me is, I really experienced the love that they have shown for me and my siblings, the way they supported me, whether spiritually, financially. So I can see a lot of all this love from all these people, and I'm really very happy and I'm very, very thankful. I want to thank all my family members, my friends, my cousins, my relatives, especially during since I'm diagnosed with this pancreatic cancer. And thank all of you all for your support, your love, your yeah, I really do not know how to express my thanks to all of you, but I really thank God for all of you.